Moi kaikki! I'm Hanna. This is my podcast called Hanna from Sheep's Alley. Welcome to Kuopio, Finland, and let's start with finished objects. I have 3 of them. The first one I can't show you live because Levi is wearing them at school today, but they are these gloves which I knit him. He asked for knit gloves and I made them out of my head, just simple basic gloves, kind of like vanilla socks but vanilla gloves. And the yarn which I used is Miss Mothball's, was it Tough Sock? Do I have it here? Yes, Tough Sock. Bang Bang My Baby Shot Me Down is the colorway, and Levi likes these gloves a lot. I think they are fun, very easy to make. I think you can find basic glove patterns from Ravelry and you can kind of use that, and if the size doesn't fit you well, you can. What I did with these is I just knit a bit, then asked Levi to come and put them on, and I made them so that they fit his hand perfectly. So that's the first one. Then the second one is, I show you the Evergrey mitts. This pattern, Talvis pattern, will come out tomorrow, I think she said. And I test knit these wonderful gloves, and I'll put them on, and then I'll show you the yarn which I used. Okay, Evergrey fingerless mitts, gorgeous looking mitts, and the yarn is Kässäkerho Pom-Poms Donegal sock. Does it focus? Well, these are Pom-Pom Donegal sock yarn, and the mitts look like this. Lovely ribbed pattern here, and then this cute diamond pattern. And these are, I love them. And this yarn is undyed, so I bought this yarn skein from Lino, from Kässäkerho Pom-Pom, but this is undyed skein, because I thought that this shade is just gorgeous and works wonderfully. So that's the second one, and the pattern will be out, I think it was tomorrow. And the third finished object, did I say whip? I seem to be getting confused with the whips and FOs, but I'm talking about FOs. And the third one, they are these socks. Again, this is Hanna's this and that sock pattern. Okay, the pattern is there. So 2 socks. And okay, I'll show you the yarn first. Lamington Lass, bought it from Etsy, from the UK. Specs there, Viper is the colorway. And these socks, these were my travel knitting to Barcelona. I was going to take a shawl with me, but I didn't have time to buy bamboo needles for that shawl, so I had bamboo sock needles, and I started knitting these on my way to Barcelona, and I knit on my way there. I think I knit to this point here, and I think, yes, I also made the heel on my way there. But then when we came back, we had just taken off and we were sitting, our seats were where the emergency exits are, and you are not allowed to keep your handbag under the seat in front of you. So I had to have my bag up there, and when the seat belt sign, that light switched off, I was able to get my bag from there, up there, and I took the bag and put it in front of me and started knitting. Well then, because it was the emergency exit, some people were walking past us, and then stewardess was approaching with the, is it a trolley where they have coffee and tea and everything, and they were kind of like scooting over to in front of us, and I had the bag in front of me, and I already had the knitting. I had taken it out of my handbag, and I had that knitting in my hand, and I tried to move my handbag away so that they can pass, let the people pass when they were carrying those coffee and tea things, those stewardesses. And terrible accident happened, and I was devastated because I almost broke my bamboo needle while moving my handbag. And I thought that, oh my gosh, 3.5 hours in a plane without knitting, that's not doable. But then I remembered that I bought some lunch from Barcelona airport, and it was packed in a plastic case which had a tiny piece of tape keeping the lid fastened. So I took that tape and fixed, see, these are fixed needles, really fixed. I'll show you. This is the part where they almost snapped. But luckily enough, I had that tiny piece of tape which I used. And I have to say that knitting was kind of hard because all the stitches, they got stuck. So I had to change plans. I was going to make this pattern all the way up there. This is a very easy, it just came out of my head. I think it was 2 pearl stitches, then knit 2 together, yarn over. I think I did that 4 times, and then again 2 pearl stitches, and that was the pattern. But because of these fixed knitting needles, it was very difficult to get these stitches go over smoothly. It was kind of impossible. So I changed plans. I had to knit tiny bit looser gauge so that I could knit with these fixed needles. So I just knit plain stockinette all the way up here, and I was able to finish these socks. I think I knit them all the way here, and then I finished the ribbing with just not fixed needles. So a pair of socks knit to and from Barcelona. So those are my FOs, finished objects, and I think I will throw these fixed needles away because knitting isn't pleasant with this anymore. And then works in progress. I started knitting another pair of socks. Again, plain socks. I have this. I've had this yarn in my stash a long time. It's Piratenwolles. Piratenwolle. I think you're supposed to pronounce it somewhat like that. With this plain sock yarn. And what I did, what I always do with my socks, 2 at a time. 2 at a time, toe up, 60 needles, 30 plus 30. Then doing some basic cabling work, and I'll do the cable all the way up to the cuff, I think. So these are just my plain socks, because I want to have pair of socks on my needles. When I finish one, I want to cast on another one, because I need hand knit socks, and I'm going to knit socks for Christmas presents also. Then gloves. Kimmo said when he saw those Levis gloves I made him, he said he wants to have net gloves also. And I had 4 different shades of grey yarn skeins. They were Woolmaise and new Finnish yarn Dajo Lustig yarn. She lives in Helsinki, and I bought 2 skeins of her grey yarn skeins, and I showed those 4 to Kimmo, and Kimmo said that he wants to have gloves out of these 2. I'll show you the yarn balls. These 2 yarns, these are both Woolmaise. This darker one is this one, 47 AG, and the lighter one is this Mont Blanc. And I was going to use these yarns to, was it Stripes Gone Crazy, but these gloves won't eat up that much yarn that if I run out I can always buy new skeins of these yarns. And this is what I have done. So I'm knitting like Levis gloves. I'm knitting these 2 at a time, magic looping. Kimmo said that he wants to have the rib part with the darker shade, then this thumb gusset and the palm section with the lighter grey, and then again the fingers and thumb I will make with this, because he said that he doesn't want to have stripes, but he wants me to use 2 of these. So that's that. Then Margareta shawl, yes. Okay, this was supposed to be my travel knitting. This is the pattern. This is a one yarn skein pattern, and I wanted to make this a tiny bit bigger. I think the designer Helene, I think she might even have it out already. I think she has making this pattern bigger, and she has probably released the updated version. I'm not sure, but before I knew that she's going to do that, I decided how to make it bigger myself, because I wanted to have a bigger small than just 1 skein, because I happen to have 2 skeins of lovely yarn from Stranded Dye Works. Okay, Stranded Dye Works, this one. So what I did, or what I have been doing now, I have been knitting in the middle of the row, sorry. Well, this is a triangular shape shawl. So what I have done is I have knit plain stockinette, and I have this much yarn left. I think I will still knit a couple more rows with stockinette stitch with this yarn, and then I have another skein, Stranded Dye Works Paradise Base. What was the name of it? Shiner or Shina, I don't know how do you pronounce this. But anyway, I'm going to use this next, so that you can't really see from here, but there's a tiny section of stockinette over there. So I'm going to have a large section of the stockinette up there, and then you can see there are flower pattern there with bigger holes. You can see from there, and then these tiny small holes on the bottom. So what I'll do is I'll switch to this one and make the flower pattern and this border part with this. Can't really sew it now because I'm in the middle of the row, but kind of like this. So that's what I've been doing, and I love this yarn. This is so soft, and this pattern is also so wonderful and neat. I'm taking part in Erika's Loire Knits podcast's Margareta Shawl Knit Along, but I'll probably won't be eligible for prizes because I'm making alterations, modifications so much, but still I'm going to have a wonderful, wonderful shawl. And I'm keeping it in my, I made this, so this Halloween project bag last Halloween, and I'm keeping it in here. Then more whips made well. Okay, ruusupuu first. Okay, I'll show it because all these whips which I'm showing, I really want to get them finished before the year ends. I haven't done much. I think this is at the same point which I showed you several podcasts ago. I've talked about ruusupuu many times ago because I've already made one, and this is the second one. So I should finish this pretty soon. I want to finish it pretty soon. Then made well, I haven't touched made well in weeks. You all know Houhi Locatelli's made well pattern. I think you must know it because so many people have knitted. I love that pattern. And haven't done much. Only this little, not that much, but still another work in progress. I have too many, giving me anxiety and stress. Snood Barcelona, yes, this one. I was supposed to knit this and take with me to Barcelona, but nope. Haven't had time, and it's still, I haven't done, I think I haven't knit a row since I showed you it the last time, but this will be also very pretty. I think I'm not even halfway through. Also this I want to knit soon, and it's in this Halloween bag I made. Then yksi, the poncho I designed. This one, that's this sketch. Yksi. Also this one. I have way too many whips. I don't know how this has happened. Because usually I want to have 3 or 4, max 5 works in progress. I think I have 9, and these are active works in progress. We're not talking about the Gina, the Eternity blankets, and also the non-active whips. So I'm still at this point. The body and the one sleeve. And I don't have that much knitting to do. This is plain garter stitch. Very simple, very quick. And I want to get this finished too. Ugh, I'm getting stressed out. Then, Garden Dream mittens. This pattern. Actually, now that I'm thinking, I was supposed to knit this 2 months ago. I had yarn planned and everything, but then I started knitting Tiina's, another one. Lovely pattern. Tiina is genius with feral knitting. And still I'm here. No progress. Beautiful mitts. No progress, should have progress pretty soon. Is this web number how many? 9th, 8th, too many. Echoes from Karelia. This is tough project because I love these socks, but I made stupid mistake with the feral pattern, which is there. And it's kind of silly because when I wear these, my jeans will hide the failure, the mistake. And everything is well down here, so I already decided that I'm going to rip these off and start again. But I hate ripping off and starting again. I love the color, I love the shade. The only thing that bothers me is this stripe. What I could do is take stitches, cut the yarn and then re-knit this part and cuff. But I kind of think that's silly too. I think I just should knit these till the end, block them, wear them and not get bothered about the mistakes here. But as you can tell, I don't know. I don't know what I should do with these. Probably just knit them and enjoy them with the mistakes. Anyway, don't know yet. So, those are my works in progress. Yes, and these are the echoes from Karelia. Tina's beautiful sock pattern, which is free. Wonderful socks. What I didn't do, knit those webs. I didn't cast on the Love of Spiders, not gonna show the yarn or the pattern. Didn't cast on the pullover, the abstract pullover. Also shown that, not going to show now. What I'm planning to do, finish all the whips. That's terrible. So many active whips. I need to finish them before the year ends. I think that's my goal. I have 2 months. It's October 31st. It's Monday today, Halloween. I have 2 months. I should be able to finish all those which I showed you. Yes, I think that's my goal now. But this is also kind of stupid, what I'm planning to do. Well, I need to finish those webs, and I shouldn't start knitting something else. But I'm going to, but not today, not next week. Let's say that after I have finished, what should I finish first? Well, the gloves, because Kimmo needs those gloves, so I'll finish those. And then the Margareta shawl. Erika said that she postponed the end date of the knit along till I think it was 15th of November. So, excuse me. I will knit Kimmo's gloves, this Margareta shawl, and then I can start knitting this one. Heidi Alander's Ilo. Ilo means joy. This is a free pattern on Ravelry. And the reason why I'm knitting this is that I'm taking part in Ikke Knitting and Spinning Retreat, which will be held in Loviisa on the 4th, 5th and 6th December, that weekend. And this is this Ilona. I'll show you the yarn which I'm going to use. Ilo, did I say Ilona? Ilo shawl will be, well, we are having a retreat knit along and people can knit whatever they want, but the knit along, I think it was called Ilo, Joy. You can either knit this Ilo shawl or something else which will make you joyful and happy. And I'm going to use, this is the new yarn dyer, Lustig yarns. She's from Helsinki. She hand dyes these yarns in Helsinki, and this is called September. Very light gray. I love this. And this one, Once Upon a Corgi's Secret Garden yarn. I was going to use this. I think I was going to use this with Tiiku Tiina's Garden Dreams mittens, but I decided that these would make a wonderful Ilo shawl. So that's what I'm planning to do, to use these with the Ilo shawl, the knit along. And then I have the other things. Okay, I'll show you this one first. Okay. People are knitting in different podcasts. Podcasters are taking part in, whose was it? A box of socks knit along. Yarngasm or something like that. I'm not taking part in that because I'm not that good of a sock knitter, and it would be terrible to knit socks and put them in a box and not be able to wear them after you have bound them off and ready to use. So, but the idea of a box was kind of fun, and I thought that wouldn't it be fun, wonderful to have a box as a project box. So Leevi, our youngest one, needed new sneakers, and we bought him the new sneakers, and I had this cardboard box. His shoes were in this one, and I thought that, okay, box, I could cover it with something, and I decided to cover it with yarn scraps which I had in my yarn stash. These are all the yarn scraps which I have used to project bags which I have sewn to me or as swap gifts or other gifts. And what I did, I also covered it in here. This is I didn't do a very tidy job because I just wanted to try out if I'm able to get a decent looking box using scraps. So I cut out pieces of fabric, and then I used this all around wood glue. This is Finnish glue, Erikeper, which I use with everything. This is the best glue I know, but well, I don't know any German or British or American brands, but this is wood glue. And what I did, I poured this in a glass and put tiny bits of water in it, so it would be easier to, because I used a brush, it would be easier to, I used a brush to paint the glue on the fabric, and then I just sticked those pieces on here and let it dry. And then after I had done that, what I did, I'll show you the thing which I use. It's varnish. Okay, there's English. I'll show you what I used. I put 2 coats of this varnish on top to make a nicer surface and make it more wearable, I would say. And I think I'm going to use this with my, should I say, cross stitch gear. Well, I have done cross stitch once, and I never finished the piece. I'll show you. I have this book, Cave Facets book. My mom bought this book. I think it's from 1960. No, not 60, 19. Where does it say? Oh, it's 1987. Oh, that's an old book. I didn't realize it was that old. Okay, 1980 something. And I got it from my mom in, I think it was 15 years ago. Might be even 20 years ago. Well, very long time ago. And I loved, I'll show you, I loved this pillow plum pillow pattern. And I started making it and never finished. So this is how far I've done. And then I somehow lost interest in it. I've kept this whip inside. See, I've made remarks there. And I have the yarns, threads, all pressed nicely in here. And I haven't touched this in 15 or 20 years. I would really like to get back to cross stitching, but I don't know if I'm going to finish this one. I could use this, but cut this off, make a project bag, maybe embroider work in progress and leave it, and then sew it on a project bag. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I have a cross stitch work in progress, and I have this box, cross stitch progress box, so I could actually put the stuff from here inside this box and make this my cross stitch box, progress box. Maybe. Still need to think about what to do with this. But anyway, I'd like to get back to cross stitching. So that's that. Then we went to Barcelona, and I was talking about trying to get some beautiful yarn, and I did. And I said that I could try to find some pretty yarn for the Suvi Simola's Ruska pullover. Well, I didn't get yarn from for that, but I did get 3 skeins of Greta and the Fibers, the Barcelonian yarn dye. These yarns are hand dyed in Barcelona, and I bought these from the yarn shop All You Knit Is Love, which is right in front of the Picasso Museum in Barcelona. I think I will use this for socks. Then I bought 2 skeins Silk Me Worsted, also Greta and the Fibers. These 2 teal shades. I think these are so wonderful. I'm going to knit a hat, see what happened. Nina's Fredrika hat. The pattern is out now also in English. You can find it on Ravelry, and it's a free pattern. I've knit already 2 of these. The last one I showed you, I was going to keep it myself, but Levi said that he would like to have it, so I'll give it to him. And I'm going to knit 3rd one with these. And I think what I will do, there's a folded brim and this pom-pom. And what I could do is use this for the brim and the pom-pom, and then this for the hat, or other way around. But anyway, then that hat will be mine, and I won't give that one to anyone. So that's from Barcelona. And I have posted where do I have it? Well, anyway, I have posted lots of photos of our Barcelona trip on my Instagram page. My Instagram name is Hanna Kytta, all written as HANNAKYTTA. So that's my Instagram name. You can, if you want to check out my feed, you can see lots of photos from Barcelona from there. So that's that. What else in the other things? Yes, the knitting weekend, super weekend, which we had here in Kuopio. Kässäkerho Pom Pom organized a knitting happening called Superviikonloppu, which means super weekend here in Kuopio. And I bought wonderful yarns from there. I'll show you what I got. Okay, first one. This is Mikko lives here in Kuopio. Craft hand dyed. This yarn. I have already one skein of this one in my stash, and I bought another one because I'm planning on knitting Gina's hat, Leslie Ann hat, this one. And I think I'm going to make it slouchy, like in this pattern. Probably not as slouchy as here, but still I want it slouchy. And I think one skein might not be enough. And I think even if I put a pom-pom there, that would look wonderful, I think. So that yarn is for that hat. Then Liina, hello Liina at Liina Knits. She has used Lanitium Ex Machina's yarns a lot. I have also used some, but not that much. This one, I bought this one. This is for socks for me. Lovely grays, purples, black, turquoise, some light blues, wonderful shades. Going to be lovely looking socks. So that's what I got. Then I got this one, KVG, Finnish dyer. This kind of yarn, dyer and yarn. And these also grays, blues, dark grays, even black. I think these will be socks to Kimmo, my husband. Or he also said that he might want to get another pair of gloves after I have finished the ones I'm knitting him now. So I could use also this one to knit him another pair of gloves. But socks would work wonderful too. So that's that. And the last one is Lustig yarn. This gray with, I'll open it up because you'll see how cool this is. Probably going to use this also for socks. Nope. Tangled. Okay. This type, how do I show it? So wonderful grays, and these a bit like what a hedgehog fibers teacup colors, but still in a bit differently. But I think this would look wonderful in socks. And these are probably going to be socks for me. So those were the yarn purchases. Then I took part in sock plank painting workshop. And because I like Picasso and we visited the Picasso Museum in Barcelona, I painted a Picasso inspired sock plank. This kind. And these are sort of identical, these plank ends. This one and that one. And there's this face in the middle. And now what I will do, I will hang this with a niddy noddy. Then I will dip it in a water, let it dry, and then wind this into a center pull yarn ball. And I'm going to knit socks, starting toe up, 2 at a time, and knitting as long as I have yarn left, or actually as long as I don't have any yarn left. So I'm going to use this one to knit socks for me, and I think it will be quite interesting to see how this will turn out. And this sock plank painting was fun. Liinu said that she will have another workshop in her yarn store probably in November, so I want to do this again because it was so fun. So that's that. Then other things. Yes, boys, my boys, I told them that I'm going to knit them socks for Christmas, and they were allowed to choose the yarn which they wanted to have these socks knit out of. And we went to Titity's webpage, and they said that they don't want to have fingering weight socks, but sport weight socks. So what we did, we checked out Louhittaren Luolas, this Finnish yarn dyers, Väinämöinen Sport, Väiski Sport yarn, and this is Levi's choice, browns and oranges. So Levi will get Christmas socks out of this one. Emeli, our middle one, he chose this color, greens, blues, grays. So socks for Emeli. And then Mikko, our oldest one, he chose this one, browns, greens, soft brownish greens. So he will get socks out of this one. And now that I said that I will knit them socks for Christmas, and I'll give them on Christmas, not before. And I got inspired about those Christmas socks, and because I had to order new jeans because my old ones, you can't say collapsed, but they were worn out, and I wanted to give my jeans a new life, and I did. I made a sock knitting Christmas project bag. So I will use this bag when I knit the socks for my boys. And this time I don't have a tassel drawstring, I have this puffed heart drawstring. So my old jeans got a new life as a Christmas sock knitting bag. I also made another one, but I'm not going to show it here because the person who will get it as a Christmas present is probably watching, so don't want to spoil it. And this fun bird fabric inside. So this is for my boys' socks. Then what else? Yes, I think that's it. Then the giveaway. Okay. This is the giveaway. Yarn basket. It fits quite a few yarn skeins. Two yarn skeins. Sock project bag would be a good size for this bag. And let's see who wins it. I have folded the name tags in here. The people who have posted comments or answered the question. I don't remember what the question was, but anyway, let's see who will be the lucky one. Oh, Emma! Emma lives in Tuusniemi, and I think she will be very happy to receive this sugar skull themed project bag. So I probably even don't have to mail it if I see her here in Kuopio. So congratulations, Emma, you won this one. But like always, I also have a new giveaway. It's this is Finnish Marimekko fabric called Lumimarja, which means snowberry. And this bag, I got inspired by this style, this shape. Shara at What Shara Made podcast, she sewed this kind of project bag. I don't know what you call them. It has pockets on both sides, and you can fit in here about, I think, 1 or probably 2 yarn skeins. I think this works for shawls or socks. And Shara sewed one, and I thought it was so cool looking that I went to YouTube and searched for, I think she also linked the person who quilter who made this, or gave a tutorial how to make these kind of bags, and I thought it was so fun that I wanted to try if I could make one, and this will be the new giveaway for November. So I have a question, which is, how many works in progress do you have, and do they cause you anxiety or stress? So you can answer that question in the episode thread. This is the episode 9th October episode, and you can answer that question or leave any kind of other comment if you want to, and you will be able to try to win this bag if you like it. So leave a comment. I'll leave a link on YouTube where you can find my group, Hanna from Sheep's Alley, and if you like this bag, you can try to win it by answering the question. So I think that's it. I wish you all a happy Halloween, and hopefully I'll see you at the end of November. Moikka!